You open your eyes. It is 5:47 in the morning. Your alarm has not rung yet, but you are already awake, because in this tiny, cold room, sleep does not come easy. This is not a hotel room. This is not a nice apartment. This is a 9-foot by 10-foot room. That means it is very, very small, about the size of a large bathroom. You share this room with one other person. His name is Marco. He is from Mexico. He is still sleeping. You can hear him breathing. On the floor beside your bed, there is one pair of shoes. They are old. The bottom is almost broken. But you will wear them again today, because they are the only pair you have. Your phone screen lights up. You look at your bank account. $14.32. That is all the money you have right now. $14.32. You have 3 days until your part-time job pays you. 3 days. And today, you have class at 8 a.m., a shift at work at 4 p.m., and a homework assignment due at midnight. So let me ask you something. How do you survive a full day in New York City with only $14? Stay with me, because today you are not just listening to a story. Today you are the story. This is your life as a poor student in New York City. Part 2, the morning. It is now 6 a.m. You sit up slowly. Your back hurts a little. The mattress, the thing you sleep on, is very thin. It is not comfortable, but it is yours. You look around the room. The walls are white, but they are not clean. There are small yellow marks near the window. The window is covered with a thin curtain. Outside, the sky is still dark. But New York City never sleeps. Even at 6 a.m., you can already hear the sounds. A truck, a dog barking, someone shouting far away. The city is already moving, and you need to move with it. You stand up carefully so you do not wake Marco. He had a late shift last night at the restaurant where he works. He didn't come home until 2 a.m. You heard the door. You take your towel. It is small and old, with a faded blue color, and you walk to the bathroom. The bathroom is shared, not just with Marco, with 4 other people who live in this apartment. 6 people, 1 bathroom. You wait. You hear the shower running inside. It is probably Elena. She is from Ukraine. She always wakes up early. You stand in the hallway. The hallway is narrow. You can almost touch both walls with your hands stretched out. You wait for 5 minutes. Then the door opens. Elena walks out. She smiles at you. "Morning," she says. "Morning," you say back. That is the whole conversation. Everyone here is tired. Everyone here is busy. Everyone here is trying to survive. Inside the bathroom, you wash your face with cold water. The hot water in this building is sometimes good, sometimes not. Today, it is not. The water is cold, very cold, but you wash quickly. You brush your teeth. You look at yourself in the small mirror above the sink. You look tired, but you also look determined. That means you look like someone who will not give up. Back in the room, you get dressed. You wear jeans, dark blue, a little worn at the knees. You wear a simple gray t-shirt and a hoodie, a sweatshirt with a hood, because it is cold outside. You check the weather on your phone. 38 degrees Fahrenheit. That is about 3 degrees Celsius. It is very cold for a morning walk, but you do not have a subway card with money on it right now. So today, you will walk. The school is 1.4 miles away, about a 25-minute walk. You have walked it many times before. Now, breakfast. You go to the small kitchen. This kitchen is also shared by everyone in the apartment. You open the refrigerator. Your food is on the second shelf. You marked your area with a small piece of tape that has your name on it. You have half a loaf of bread, peanut butter, 2 eggs, a small carton of milk. Almost finished. You take 2 slices of bread. You spread peanut butter on both. You pour the last of the milk into a small cup. You drink it standing up because the kitchen is small and there is no table, just a tiny counter. This is your breakfast. 2 slices of bread with peanut butter and the last of your milk. Is it the best breakfast in the world? No, but it has carbohydrates for energy. It has protein from the peanut butter. It will keep you going until lunch. You know what is interesting? 3 years ago, before you came to New York, you used to eat a big breakfast every morning. Your mother made eggs, rice, fresh fruit, a real meal. You think about that sometimes, in the mornings like this. But then you shake your head, which means you push those thoughts away. And you focus. You came here with a reason. You have a goal. And that goal is bigger than breakfast. Part 3. The Walk to School. It is 7:25 a.m. You put on your old shoes. You tie the laces carefully. You put your backpack on. Inside your backpack, 1 notebook, 2 pens. One is almost dry, the other is new. Your laptop, old, slow, but it works. A water bottle, you filled it from the tap at home to save money, and a folded piece of paper with today's schedule written on it. You walk out of the apartment building. The cold air hits you immediately. It is sharp, like a small push against your face. You pull your hoodie tighter. The streets of New York in the morning are something special. Even if you have very little money, the city itself is free. You walk past a bakery. The smell of fresh bread and coffee floats out through the door. It smells amazing, warm and sweet. You do not stop, because if you stop, you might spend money you do not have. You keep walking. You pass a man sleeping on a bench. He has a cardboard box pulled over himself like a blanket. His shoes are broken, much worse than yours. You slow down for a second. You think, at least I have a room. At least I have a bed. Sometimes when you feel like your life is hard, you see someone like this man, and it reminds you, things could always be harder. You keep walking, but slower, more grateful. You arrive at school at 7:53 a.m., 7 minutes early. The campus, the area where the school is a mix of old buildings and new ones. The main building is tall and brown with big windows. Students are walking in from all directions. Some of them have nice coats, expensive ones. Some of them are carrying coffee from Starbucks in paper cups. You carry your water bottle. You do not feel jealous. That means you do not feel angry that they have more than you. Well, maybe a little, but mostly you feel motivated. One day things will be different, but right now, class is starting. Your first class is English composition. That means learning how to write in English. You sit in the second row. You like to sit close to the front because then you focus better. If you sit in the back, you get distracted, which means your mind wanders to other things. The professor walks in. Her name is Professor Williams. She is a small woman with glasses and short gray hair. She speaks clearly and not too fast. You appreciate that. Good morning, everyone, she says. Today we are going to talk about storytelling. You sit up a little straighter. Storytelling. You like this topic because you believe in your heart that every person has a story worth telling. Even a poor student from far away, living in a tiny room in New York. Even you. Part 4. The afternoon. It is now 12:15 p.m. Your morning classes are finished. You have a break until your work shift starts at 4 p.m. You are sitting on a bench outside the school building. The sun is out now. It is still cold, but the sunlight feels good on your face. You are eating lunch. What is today's lunch? A peanut butter sandwich. You made it this morning and put it in a small plastic bag in your backpack. Is it the same as breakfast? Almost. But this time you added a few slices of banana. You had one left from 2 days ago. It was a little brown, but still okay to eat. Total cost of today's lunch, almost $0, because you used what you already had. A classmate, a guy named David, sits next to you. David is American. He grew up in New Jersey, which is right next to New York. He is friendly and always talks a lot. Yo, what are you eating? David says, looking at your sandwich. Peanut butter and banana, you say. That's all? He looks surprised. It's good, and you mean it. It is good. David pulls out a big container of leftovers, rice, chicken, vegetables. The smell is incredible. My mom made this, he says. She always makes too much. He offers you some. You pause. Part of you wants to say no, because you have your pride. Pride means the feeling of not wanting to seem weak or needy. But another part of you is actually hungry, and David is offering because he is a good person, not because he feels sorry for you. Maybe just a little, you say. Take as much as you want, he says, handing you the container. You eat together on the bench. You talk about class, about the assignment due tonight, about a movie David saw last weekend. For a few minutes, you are just two students, eating lunch, talking. Not a rich student and a poor student, just two people. And that feels really good. After lunch, you go to the school library. The library is warm and quiet. It has big tables, good lighting, and most importantly, free Wi-Fi. You open your old laptop. It takes about 2 minutes to start up. While you wait, you look around. Some students are sleeping at their tables. Some are typing fast on their keyboards. One girl, near the window, is drawing in a sketchbook. You think everyone here has a different story, but we are all here because we want something better. Your laptop finally opens. You start working on your homework assignment. The topic is, describe a challenge you have faced and what you learned from it. You stare at the screen. Then you begin to type. My name is, I moved to New York with one suitcase and $300. I did not know anyone. I did not know the subway. I did not know which stores were cheap and which ones were expensive. I did not know that the cold in New York feels different from cold back home. It goes through your clothes and into your bones. You keep typing. The words come easily today, because this is your story, and you know it better than anyone. Part 5. The Work Shift. It is 3:45 p.m. You pack up your laptop, put on your backpack, and leave the library. You have 15 minutes to get to work. The restaurant is only a 10-minute walk from school. You make it with time to spare. That phrase, with time to spare, means you arrive early, with extra time left over. The restaurant is called Broadway Bites. It is a small, fast casual place near Times Square. They sell sandwiches, soups, and salads. You put on your work uniform, a black polo shirt with the restaurant's name on it, and a black apron. You wash your hands, and your shift begins. Your job is to take orders at the counter and sometimes help in the back with preparing food. From 4 p.m. to 9 p.m., 5 hours. The pay is $16 per hour. That means tonight you will earn $80. After taxes, which is the money the government takes, you will receive about $67. That $67 will go directly to $40 toward your rent, which you pay weekly to your roommate Marco's landlord, $15 for groceries for the next few days, $12 remaining, $12 left over, which is almost the same as what you had this morning. This is the life of a poor student in New York. You work to survive, and you study to escape. The evening rush begins around 5:30 p.m. People pour in. Pour in means they arrive quickly in large numbers, from offices, from the subway, from the nearby theater district. A woman in a long fur coat orders a salad and pays with a $100 bill. She does not say thank you. She takes her bag and leaves. A construction worker orders a large soup and a sandwich. He says, "Thank you, buddy. I really needed this today." He leaves you a $2 tip. A tip is extra money that a customer gives to a worker to say thank you. $2, but it feels better than nothing. Around 7 p.m., the manager, a tall man named Steve, tells you to take a 20-minute break. You go to the small back room. You sit on a plastic chair. You eat a bowl of soup. Employees get one free meal per shift. Tomato soup, warm, simple. It is the best thing you have eaten all day. You close your eyes for a moment. Just one moment. Your feet hurt, your shoulders are tight, your eyes are a little heavy. But you think, 2 more hours. Just 2 more hours. You go back out. The restaurant is quieter now. The 8 p.m. hour is slow. You wipe down the counter. You refill the napkin holders. You mop a small spill near the door. At 8:55 p.m., Steve says, "Good work tonight. You can go." 5 minutes early. Small victory. A victory is a win. Even a small win matters. You take off your apron, you put on your hoodie, you step back out into the cold New York night. Part 6. The night. It is just past 9 p.m. The streets are different at night. Still busy. This is New York after all, but different. The bright signs of Times Square glow in the distance. Red, yellow, white, blue. They reflect on the wet pavement. Pavement is the hard ground of the street. You walk home, same route as always. You pass a man playing guitar on the corner. He is playing a slow, beautiful song. A few people stop to listen. A woman drops a coin in his guitar case. You stop for 30 seconds, just to listen. The music is simple, but it is beautiful. And right now, after a long day, you need something beautiful. Then you keep walking. You get home at 9:28 p.m. Marco is in the room doing something on his phone. How is work? He asks. Tired, you say. You? Same, he says. Two tired people. Two simple sentences. That is enough. You sit on your bed. You open your laptop. The homework assignment. You wrote most of it in the library. But you need to finish and review it. Review means read it again to check for mistakes. You read what you wrote. The biggest thing I've learned from my challenges is this. Difficulty is not a stop sign. It is a detour. It takes you a longer way, a harder way. But if you keep moving, you still arrive. You stare at that sentence for a long time. Then you smile. Not a big smile, just a quiet one. The kind of smile that means yes, that is true. I believe that. You make a few small corrections. You read it one more time. Then you press submit. 11:47 p.m. 13 minutes before midnight. Done. You put your laptop away. You set your alarm for 6 a.m. You turn off the light. Marco is already asleep. The room is dark and quiet. Outside, New York City hums. Cars, a siren somewhere, a plane above, and you, a poor student in a tiny room, close your eyes. Your bank account has $14.32. Your shoes are old. Your back hurts. But you finished your shift. You submitted your homework. You walked through the cold. You survived another day. And that is not nothing. That is everything. So, that was your life, one day, as a poor student in New York City. Was it easy? No. Was it perfect? No. But was it real? Yes. This is the real life of millions of students around the world who leave their homes and come to cities like New York, cities full of promise, full of opportunity, but also full of challenges. Promise means the possibility of good things. Opportunity means a chance to do something or achieve something. Challenges means difficult problems or situations. Let's think about the words and phrases we learned today. Today's story used simple, natural English. Here are some key words. Determined, when you will not give up, no matter what. Example, she looked tired but determined. Grateful, feeling thankful for what you have. Example, he was grateful for the warm soup. Appreciate, to feel happy and thankful about something. Example, I appreciate your help. Distracted, when your attention goes to something else. Example, he felt distracted and could not focus. Pride, the feeling of not wanting to seem weak. Example, her pride stopped her from asking for help. Victory, a win or success, even a small one. Example, finishing the assignment was a small victory. Pour in, to arrive quickly in large numbers. Example, customers began to pour in at lunchtime, with time to spare, arriving early with extra time. Example, she reached the station with time to spare. Pavement, the hard surface of a road or sidewalk. Example, rain reflected on the wet pavement. Detour, a longer, different path to reach your goal. Example, the road was blocked, so we took a detour. And the most important sentence from today's story, difficulty is not a stop sign, it is a detour. This means, when life gets hard, when you lose money, when you are tired, when you are far from home, it does not mean you have to stop. It just means you are taking a different road, a longer road, maybe a harder road, but you are still moving. And if you keep moving, you will arrive. Thank you for watching today's story. You just listened to and read along with more than 4,000 words of natural English. That is incredible. Do you realize how much English you just practiced? Every word in this story was chosen carefully, to be simple enough for learners, but real enough to sound natural. Because the best way to learn English is to use it the way real people use it, in real situations, with real emotions, and real stories. If this story helped you today, please do 3 things. 1. Give this video a thumbs up. It helps more English learners find this channel. 2. Subscribe and turn on notifications. We post a new Your Life As story every week. 3. Write 1 sentence in the comments below. Tell me what was the hardest part of the student's day and why. Use English. Any level is okay. Even 1 simple sentence. That is practice. That is growth.